Welcome back. Sales video for stuff that's going out Saturday today. It's pretty much 9 o'clock. So I'm getting this made about the time I usually do. Nothing too crazy that I thought of. Nothing much that I thought of to really talk about for the beginning of this video. Here a train. And if this one is louder, the windows and doors are closed, so it won't be as loud. I don't know, just leaving the sound in every once in a while just kind of, I think, will wake somebody up who's listening. Like, ugh. Here, actually, we'll do this. I'm sure you can probably see that going. Right, so that's the small wood line. So when you hear a train and it's loud, especially when I have the windows and door open, that's why. It's right there. Could probably hit a baseball really well, be able to get the train. So that's how close it is. So there's 10 orders going out for $254. Let's find out what they are. A funny thing happened. I'll go into the forum. Soundtrack, maybe it's a cast recording. 15. So this is a 5-disc CD set of Planet Shakers. So I picked up a bunch of these at the thrift on Vine, where it was you could fill a bag for $5 or $10, one of the two, a paper bag. So I used to go in there and just get a slew of religious books. So you could fit anywhere from 30, 40 if they're bigger, to 100 books. And it was anything. You could fill anything except a few categories. And they had a bunch. There's probably 40 of these Planet Shaker things. So at the not even 5 cents I was paying, I was listing a bunch of them individually at 10, 12 bucks. And then after a while, the remaining ones, and a lot of those sold pretty fast. They're not high dollar, but they do sell fast. Well, they did. And this is what was left over the span of however long I had those other ones listed. I'm going to see if there's a date stamp on this picture. I don't see a little icon yet. There is. These are from August of 2023. And the 5 sold for 23. Facing Death and Dying, DVD 11. This pre-cut pattern and cartridge and keypad thing, 23. 4 Disney classic movie DVD, I believe it's a set, has a weight for it to be a set, 19. Hot Rods to Hell, 23. All About Willie Chocho, 41. And 2 Steps to Perfect Golf Swing DVD, 29. So there's one international in there, and that is the Chocho one. The subtotal was $41.88. They paid almost $50 total. So LEZ, that DVD that was what, $50, whatever it was from yesterday. That one also went international, and that buyer was in a total of $72 US. Right, so whatever the amount was there, it's still, I don't want to confuse people on currency conversion. So if I have it listed this, it's still the same amount of money to whomever internationally. It's just equally a little different. So it's just another one of those physical media. I don't remember what I paid for that specific DVD or this one here. Again, I made a comment on another channel that my average cost of goods, so buck and change. You will see stickers that are $2, $3, quite a bit. I don't think my average cost of goods exceeds $2. And even if it did, that's still only $2 for my average. Average sales for today, pre-tax, And pre everything, the actual product cost received was $225. Out of 10 items, 22 bucks. So even if I put $2 in it, you take away all the fees, which is going to be 15, 3, and then even if you ship it for, and then if you pay 2, that's 5. And then if you ship it at $4, that's 9. Bump it up for $1, you're still making 12 after all that. And that's even including the envelope and the label. Send 20 of those things, or send out 10, 12, 15, or even 8, and you're making 10, 15 every single one that's going out. Sometimes a little less, sometimes a little more. So it's the volume, and then there's some really, really good ones. However, in sales, in anything, I've said before, why do you think most places that operate a business are always finding ways on how to reduce their costs? That's more money. And anything that stays out of the landfill, semicolon, and can go to someone who can appreciate it, is a win. Because most of everything that's going in the landfill has value. So I watch metal scrappers. One primarily, Thub Print in Canada. I just like his energy. Watch Mike the Scavenger every once in a while, and the Pallet Guy, just to kind of look at some of the stuff that they just find in the wild. They're getting that stuff for free. They're not making a whole lot per stop, per sale, per rotation, if you will, but they're getting it for free. So how do you keep your costs low in a business while you're bringing money in? Free is best. It's even better when people pay you to take it, or whatever product that you're getting to sell. The cheaper you can get it, and that ratio, awesome. Some people will buy something for $100 that sells for $1,000. Right? That's still a 1 to 10 ratio. So you could do that a handful of times, but how sustainable is that? Now, I'm not going to go into the realm of the wealthy because I'm not in the realm of the wealthy. I mean, if you could pick up stuff for $1,000 that sells for 10 grand, that'd be great. But can you sustain that? Can you? Me, I have to stay busy. I mean, busier. I don't want to get 50 things and they have a $10,000 tag on them. Well, I love to. And just do nothing. I like to stay busy and stay in the realm of what this channel is about, what most people who watch this do or want to do or just like to watch. I don't know really why a lot of people who watch, and it's not, I got like 400, we'll just say 420 subs. It's a little less than that. As a matter of fact, it's going on 6 months. It'll be 6 months on the 6th. But the people who watch, they just want to learn about some of the media genres and topics. I don't know, but I want to be able to explain to people that media isn't every single store you're going to go to. Pretty much every single store you're going to go to. And it's most likely going to be the cheapest category that you're going to find. And with the scan tool, years and years and years ago, I don't know when they even started really in scan. The app itself, maybe 2008, 2009, maybe a little later, 2010. I'm trying to remember when I still had flip phones, when I was still using like my Sanyo 8200 or my Motorola Razr. And those didn't have apps. I think there's like basic app, like your basic calendar app. But the smartphone with the eBay app had to been late 2000s. The scanner, 10 years ago maybe. Again, I'm trying to remember when that really came out. And then the product research, the Terapeak, not even a year. So there's practically no more guessing when you're going out and you're buying stuff, because you can use product research, you can use Terapeak, you can see if it has even ever sold in 3 years. And I base 5-10% at most of my buys off of a Terapeak result. Not everything that I buy has a Terapeak. Let me rephrase that. If something comes up with a 90 days sold that's feasible enough for me, I'm not going to use Terapeak to verify it. If something comes up and the listed price is 30, 40, whatever arbitrary, 30 going to be a lower end, and I'm not showing any solds, then I will hand type. I'll take the words, copy paste that, put that in Terapeak, and I'll see if it ever has. And if it ever has sold and the one I have is new, and then 3 have sold used for $30, I'm going to buy it for $2. Because a new one, or even used, right? So there's a lot of aspects that are out there, a lot of tools that are out there that can make selling almost anything on specifically eBay a lot easier. And that is what this channel is about, is finding the media and how to find the media. And me constantly saying, I just do a cursory look. The CDs, I will grab a stack of 12, 15 CDs. And yeah, while I'm at the store, I will twist them to be the correct facing way. And I'll do that. And I'll find the ones that catch my attention. I've had for a while this Master Blaster's Victoria Police Pipe Band. This is another one I talk about, greatest hits, the essentials, all those different type of little compilations like that. And when you're at the media section, primarily the CDs and DVDs, some stores, it can be visually overwhelming. Regardless if your hands, you're only grabbing 10 at a time, or my hands, I'm grabbing 13, 14 at a time, or you just get a whole bunch in each stack and you just put them down one by one, however you go through them. This stuff is out there. And further, and to kind of end this one, and I've said it before, I don't mind driving. You're going to drive anyhow for what you do for work. It's either you're always going to drive to the same place or you're going to drive to a different place. So you're going to do that. Find yourself a place where there's a lot of thrift stores. Sit down in front of a PC, laptop, look at it, go in, zoom in fairly close to where you're kind of in a city region, and just type in thrift stores and back up and pin them and just add them to your route, right? And then you can go back in and you can rearrange with the little arrows on which one you want to move where. And now you can have a tentative thrifting route. And if that route has 4, 5, 6 stores, you're coming back with $400, $500. My experience. If I'm going to 6, 7 stores, it's going to be $1,000 worth of sellable, listable. So it's all out there. Anyhow, I kind of went a little way off, but I do find it to be a PSA, public service announcement, that if you're looking to get into media and those people who watch and want to listen and kind of learn some of the tricks, the tips and the tactics of what I do to stay relatively busy for 30, 33 hours a week, I hope you just listen to the latter part of this video. But that is going to wrap that one up. If you like what you heard or like what you saw, thummy thingy, comment, sub, share. Those are all free. Helps me, helps you, help me, other people. Appreciate it. Thank you.